Welcome to the first Salvation Prophecy playthrough video. I'm gonna skip past the intro sequence of the game, but from there we'll just jump right in with a new character, and so you can see the game right from the start. There's going to be some less glamorous parts. We'll have a look at the tutorial and stuff, but we'll make it through to the first planet invasion battle, and from there maybe we'll even see a little bit of space by the end of this first video. So I'm gonna kick things off here, and I'll start a new game, and that will let me look at the 4 different characters you can play.
The Salvation are a race of mutated humans. Their transformation occurred throughout the catastrophe of Earth's dying years. They are fanatics, devout to a prophecy written in the Book of Ascension.
Now the Salvation, they're pretty frail, but they move really fast, and they have these cool energy-based attacks. They can drain energy from their opponents to heal themselves. They can reflect bullets back at the firer with their energy shield.
The drone Unity evolved out of assault drones created during the Second Galactic War. They rebelled and became intent on their own galactic supremacy. They seek domination over their former masters.
The drone Unity are exactly what they look like. They're these big killer robots. They've got solid armor, they've got solid damage output, they've got a big metal claw.
The Free Nations are the last remnant of humanity. They are a democracy, devoted to the justice and freedom of its people. Her military is the champion of galactic law.
So if you dig playing human characters, then you should play the Free Nations. They've got a really great blaster rifle, fires at a very high rate. They've got an electro blade. They can slash people who come too close to them.
The Weir were created as scientist androids to enhance creative thought. Human DNA was fused into their neural networks. Unfortunately, this caused the Weir to become unpredictable, criminal, or insane.
So the Weir are these crazy bomb-throwing robots. They also are engineers, so they can construct these turrets that will fire at any enemy who comes near, but their bombs do huge area damage.
The Salvation, the drone Unity evolved out of assault drone.
I'm going to play the drone Unity for this play session. We'll have a chance to look at some of the other factions in other videos. So, this is where the careers of new soldier recruits begin, in the training room. I'm going to talk to the combat trainer.
Tactical superiority.
So he's just giving me the lowdown on how I'm going to get trained up. I'm going to agree to this training. And he's telling me to walk into one of these teleporters that are located around the room. These things will teleport me into a hollow room. It's like a holograph room where I get a tutorial, a training challenge. Here's the simulator.
Welcome to the Hollow Room. I will be your simulator today. I hope to make your experience as pleasant and pain-free as possible.
So I'm just gonna take the shortcut here right to the challenge.
Run over 7 targets. 60 seconds. Ready?
So in this first challenge, it's very simple. Don't fall off the edge. Pick up all the targets before your time runs out. The point of this is to make sure that you've got solid control of your character before you actually go to your first battle. So this is just running, being very precise about where you walk, moving fast, using your radar on the top right there to see what's around you. And the other Hollow challenges, they'll teach you how to use your gun. They'll introduce you to the interface of the game. But actually, I'm going to skip forward past the rest of that. I've actually moved forward past my first mission, where I've earned a little bit of cred, where I can go and buy some cool stuff. And I wanted to skip to here so I could just show you a little more of the space station before we move into the battle. So here's...
Deconstruct the enemy.
Deconstruct the enemy. Alright, so this is the armory officer. He's gonna sell me some equipment. Picked up a rocket launcher and an armor cell, so I can absorb a little more punishment before I go down. So I'm gonna equip that stuff. Good to go. Alright, so the other thing I want to do is just make sure I've got a full batch of stims. So here's the stim medic.
Injection is mandatory.
So the stim medic sells stims, and there's different stims in the game. There's stims that will heal you. This is the nanosurgery stim that I have already. There's also stims that will give you a speed boost or a fire rate increase or damage resistance. But right now I only have the one stim. So here's the mission control room. We'll be talking to these guys lots throughout the game. These panels are showing stuff like some of the different stellar systems, analysis of the colonies, and some planets and the planet resources. And the cartographer here is scanning the galaxy for new wormholes that are going to lead to new parts of the galaxy. But let's talk to the mission officer.
The unity shall dominate as one.
Mission analysis. We are launching a dropship invasion force. Launch station. Planet Batiel.
So here's the galaxy map. There's where I'm launching from.
Target. Salvation. Colony. Planet Zephrane.
That's our target. We're going to be taking out a Salvation colony.
This mission will advance you to rank Drone Hunter.
New rank. Cool.
Proceed to the drop hangar and enter a dropship to begin your mission.
Okay, so my mission panel here shows the target planets. It just reminds me of what I need to do next in case I forget. And shows me the reward. I get some rank points, and I get some cred, which will be good for buying some new gear or some upgraded ship components for my ship once I earn that. And so my radar on the top right is pinging the location of one of these dropships. So I can just run over here and go into the beam of light and embark on my journey to planet Zephrane. Now, on the way descending down to planet Zephrane, you can see something here. It's probably hard to read the text in the video, but it's called the historic timeline. So in case you want to know why we left Earth or about the different factions, why they're fighting, you can click on some of the markers here that gives more information. More of those will show up as the game progresses, but it gives the backstory for those people who are interested in that kind of stuff. And you also learn a little bit more about the different factions. And it also shows off their skills and weapons, so that can be useful as well. But just hit continue whenever you want, and you are on the planet's surface. with a bunch of troops from your station. There's the dropships taking off. So me and my fellow drone Unity are here to wreak some havoc. Now, these Salvation, they're pretty small, but I'll try and run close to one here so you can get a better look at them. Oh, that's their energy shield reflecting my bullets back at me. But it does not work to stop a claw. And if I can hit them with blast damage of my rocket launcher, that'll work pretty good too. So in the background there, you'll see some buildings. Those are the buildings we're here to destroy. Wait, this turret is giving me some grief, so I'm going to want to take that out. Rockets work pretty good for destroying turrets. Oh, he's targeting someone else. That makes my life a little easier. Boom! Alright. Let's head back to the main battle here. These initial missions, the colonies are fairly lightly defended, so these don't get too intense yet. There's a couple turrets, there's some troops, but on these first missions, it's not too intense. But that's going to change a lot for some of the later missions as the game progresses. Okay, so there is one building exploded. Each time a building explodes, it drops out some enemy troops, so we need to be prepared for those. Low on health there, so I just used a heal stim. My health is on the bottom left in that blue circular meter. Well, we're kind of really beaten up on these Salvation, but I guess if you're a big killer robot, that's what you're into. I'm gonna try and get a strategic position here so I can drop a rocket right into the middle of the crowd that drops from this building. And there they are. Okay. Yeah, okay, I hit about 6 of them there. That worked good. Oh, that's the Salvation's energy drain attack. I should avoid that at all costs. That sucks out my health and gives it to them. Oh, there, you saw that red lightning. That was called Unleash Rage, that one of my other invasion troops used. As the drone Unity use their claw to attack, they build up rage. And when they have enough, they can unleash that to do a big area of damage to anyone standing near them, any enemies. So that's a good sort of tactical maneuver when you're around a crowd. And in fact, I've got some rage built up. I'm going to try something a little risky here. I'm just going to charge right into this entire crowd and try and hit them all with my rage. And maybe this is a bad idea. Well, I got him, but I'm very nearly dead. Heal, hide behind a rock. Alright. Okay, that I was within one health point of dying there. That would have been embarrassing, dying in my own first video. Getting my bullets reflected back at me. Okay. Done. Here's the mission complete. Sort of a summary of what happened, how many troops and buildings and turrets we destroyed, and later on that'll include mechs and bombers, but those units aren't present yet. What weapons I used, what my kill and damage was like compared to the rest of the troops, and the mission badges here. Those mission badges will give you a bonus cred for completing this mission, so you know, by kicking ass, you can earn these mission badges, so you want to try and land those if you can. That'll allow you to purchase some extra gear and ship components. Ah, rank up. Cool. Alright. So it's telling me I've earned a fighter ship, and showing off all the other different ranks and rank privileges that I can earn along my path as a drone Unity soldier. Here's the rest of my troops coming out of the dropships. Thanks, boys. Anyways, yeah, so as I rank up, I get new privileges along the way until I finally become faction commander, and at that point I'm in charge of building the colonies and space stations. Oh, we have some galactic news. Okay, this is just telling me about the battle that just occurred, and this is the one that I just fought in. Where it was, how many troops were lost. But the galactic news will actually show news for all sorts of other battles that I'm not always involved in. It's an open, dynamic world. The colonies and planets are always changing, so there could be another fight going on somewhere else in space or on a planet between two other factions, and I'll hear about that through galactic news. So there's a real battle going on for control of the territory, of the planetary resources. Anyways, let's try out my newly earned fighter ship. I have launched, and I'm in space. So here's normally where you get a tutorial telling you how to fly your ship. So on the top right there, that's the instructions from the flight instructor. I'm gonna sort of ignore that, so you can ignore the top right of the screen there. And I'm just gonna fly around here, show you what you can do. You can fly, you know, left and right, up and down. You can spin around, so you got full 360-degree motion of your ship in every direction. Slow down along the left-hand side. That blue meter is my speed, and that's my speed thrust in case you're in a hurry to get somewhere. And along the right-hand side, that blue meter is my energy. So when I start shooting, my energy will go down, and if I hit bottom out, then I fire a bit more slowly. It recovers pretty fast. But speed boost will also use a little bit of energy, and so will my thrusters, my strafe thrusters. Strafe thrusters allow me a quick sideways right or left motion, which is really important in battle because you can see incoming fire and you can strafe out of the way, and that keeps you from being a sitting duck, you know, from taking too much damage. This is the space station I launched out of, incidentally, in case that wasn't obvious. But here is where you would do the rest of the flight tutorial. I'm going to ignore that for now, and in fact, maybe we'll call that good for today, And in the next one of these, I'll show off some more space, and we'll do some space combat and space missions. Thanks for watching.